What's up guys, Foxen here. Let's go ahead and delve right into this latest Attack on Titan chapter review. This is the newest chapter 96, titled Gate of Hope. We begin here in the past with the warrior group. There's always been a ton of people questioning why Marcelo didn't just turn quickly into a Titan to kill Ymir. Here in this chapter you got the exact reason. It was as simple as them really just being kids. Reiner, Bert, and I bet Annie too, they were just super scared of that beast. Reiner might have even pissed himself. This chapter did also give us a little bit of information about the Titan power. It was about how Bert was able to become that so-called god of destruction right away. It's not extremely important, but it does verify that this is generally true for the Titan shifters. As for Annie, we got a glimpse of the real Annie coming out in this chapter. She's like, fuck Marley, fuck them all. There's always been the speculation that Annie was never fully invested in the warriors or Marley's goal. I was definitely one of the ones in that camp. Here in this chapter, you got some really hard evidence for this, and I do think this is some heavy foreshadowing for things to come. And speaking about Annie, this chapter also gave us a confirmation for Armin's theory. Armin previously thought that Annie might have helped draw in the Wall Titans when they first brought down the wall. Right here in this chapter, just confirmed. And even more from Annie, she gave Reiner that face beating. It is interesting to see that this is where Reiner began to lose it. Or at least it was the first glimpse of it. Come on Annie, maybe this is your fault, you just hit him way too hard in the head. But anyway, right here is where Reiner first developed that other persona, which is pretty much embodying Marcelo. I'm really just surprised that he was able to freaking stand after all those hits in the head. As for the original plan, even after that chaos, they did go ahead and continue it. The new addition from their group was that secret investigation, them mixing in with the Eldians inside. I'm pretty sure at that point, no one expected this thing to take 5 freaking years. And I guess from Marley's point of view, they were pretty busy with other matters during that time. And hey, look who reappeared. This Titan looks ready for some dinner. Sorry, I had to once. I thought we had seen the last of Dina, at least in Titan form. In this chapter in particular, she looked absolutely horrifying. It seems that they mixed some Joker gas with their Titan syringe. As for the young warrior group, it is funny and interesting how they ended up very close to young Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. There had been that speculation that Annie didn't really like the other two very much, but after seeing this chapter, it seems like that really wasn't the case at all. They weren't extremely close, but they were close enough in friends, and I guess partly just due to the mission. Oh yeah, and we did get some early glimpses of Bert falling for Annie. It was kinda sweet to see. I especially just loved Annie's reaction to it. As for Bert and Reiner, this chapter even gave some insight into that little story they told later on. That story about a Titan attacking their village came from some village man, and that guy on his own had a very sad story. And I'll just mention how this scene was a little confusing the first time I read it. I quickly rushed past it so I missed a chair, so then it had me thinking that Reiner's group must have silenced him. Instead, no, unfortunately the guy offed himself. This also gave the warrior group that extra taste of reality of the things they committed. Although at this point, it doesn't seem like they felt that bad. As for King Fritz, or should I say the fake one, at first I was thinking that they figured out this guy was fake all along so quickly. Perhaps Marley had already developed this theory about a possible fake king, but rather, it wasn't quick at all. The warrior group only managed to find out after this 2-year investigation. And during this little bit, they brought up the Tybur family. Just a little mention about them. Although what they do mention is a little suspicious. It seems like this family knew so much. They knew about the first king will possibly tying them down. This just seems to fuel my theory about the WarHammer Titan even more. This family must have been very close to the king once upon a time. And as for that ending, why are you here? To fracking save humanity. Right next to Eren too. Alright, so far we've been getting a lot about this warrior group, and now we got this flashback to the first chapter, or first few chapters. I do got a strong feeling that this is going to continue for another chapter or two. You could bet that they're going to cover Marco's death scene again. Or perhaps this time, the aftermath sometime later on. I do really like that they're fleshing out Reiner, but also in this chapter, Annie got a good amount of screen time too. The only one that's been mostly neglected has been Bert, unfortunately. But about Annie, this should factor into whatever happened to Annie after the time skip. It just feels like very subtly they're dropping hints towards that. This has to be one of the questions addressed once we switch over to Eren's group post time skip. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed, and now I want to hear from you. Do you have any hopes or predictions for what we might see next chapter? And was there anything from this chapter that really stood out to you? Please be sure to give this video a colossal thumbs up and subscribe. There's a ton more Attack on Titan content coming. I hope you've taken a look at my theory videos on the War Titan and all Titan powers combined. If not, definitely head on over and I'll see you guys later.